Welcome, everyone. Hi, Romy. Welcome, everyone. We are absolutely thrilled to be here today. We have been birthing this baby for way more than its gestational time, and it feels like it's overdue and big. And we are just really excited because for me, this one has been playing out for a while. And I needed to find a really key piece in order to bring it to fruition. And that key piece for me was finding Mandy Parkinson. So, what we're going to do today is I'm going to lead us in a little drop in to just ground us in this energy. I'm going to introduce you to our co creator, Mandy Parkinson, and share how this hour is going to go down. And I want to give you a little overview of what Sister Science is. I really want to dive into this Dharma, this life purpose piece, and then leave the floor open for you to ask any questions that you need clarity on to understand what it is that we are proposing. So, we're going to begin with just that drop in. This for me is something that is we should be doing in everyday society all the time. Transitioning, coming to this place, and then landing here really purposefully, kind of letting the snow globe that's been shaking all day just settle for a minute and all of the particles of us coming back home. So perhaps you're closing your eyes. Perhaps you're feeling your bum on the seat or your feet on the floor. Let yourself come to the breath. Maybe the image of a shaken snow globe setting down is the image you need. And just feel the particles of you landing exactly where they need to be in your body. Returning from all the places you've been today. Staying grounded, even though there's places you're expected to be later. And just coming here to be present and to watch how your being, watch how your intuitive body reacts. What sensations, what feelings, what emotions get stirred in you as Mandy and I share with you this vision. And so deepen your breath. Hold it at the top and exhale. I'd like you to take 3 more breaths. Release tension in your body wherever you can feel it and it's willing to let go. Look at that snow globe and how all the little flakes are resting in stillness. And then open your eyes and come back to our call. Welcome. This is the info session for the Year of Purpose. It is a little bit misleading that it's called the Year of Purpose because it's only 10 months long, but it is a vision around helping people bring their Dharma, their whatever's stirring, whatever's nudging, whatever's kind of, I call it like a cat scratching at the door inside of you to be let out. It is our way to assist that process. We're going to be doulas for the vision that you have inside of you. Before I go into this in great detail, I really want to introduce Mandy to you guys. And Mandy, like, welcome and thank you. You really do complete this for me. So, yeah, tell us who you are and how you fit.
Yeah. Um, so I think I'm excited to partner with Jill on this, mostly really bring together like her intuitive guidance side of things and in with my kind of technical and marketing expertise. I think it's it's really gonna blend well together. So I currently work with. I'm also in Cochrane as well. I currently work with clients online in Canada and the US just with their digital marketing and tech and all kinds of things. And I work with a lot of like course creators and coaches. So yeah, so that's a little about me. I have three little kids, and I'm just here in Cochrane, just kind of, and I met Jill actually. I think I met Jill at yoga initially, and then sort of we had mutual connections, and so it kind of those connections kind of brought us together. So that's how we are here.
Yeah. You when you have people in your life that say to you things like, you need to meet so and so. And I have a few women in my life, when they tell me to meet someone, I phone them right away and I'm like, Marnie told me to meet you, so we're meeting. Leah told me to meet you, so we're meeting. Like I have women in my life where I'm like, oh, and Marnie was the one who said, you and Mandy need to connect. So we are. So welcome here, you guys. Sister Science is sort of the evolution of my Dharma, and it is the evolution of me bringing forth what needed to happen in me. And it started in 2008 with me learning how to teach yoga, becoming a yoga therapist, becoming an Ayurvedic health coach. And since 2018, the primary course that I've been delivering has been called the Year of You. And it is you learning self-care as healthcare. It's you learning how to be a participant and an active, discerning decision maker in your day-to-day choices that lead you towards health. And it is really about you building the capacity and the container of your body so that this next piece has the vehicle to be delivered into this world. And so for me, the year of you was just like this starting point where I could gain traction. I could feel solid in myself. I could find consistent energy. I could get good sleep. I could prioritize myself and learn how to prioritize myself so that I was setting good boundaries. I was guarding my energy. I was ensuring that I was selfish as much as I needed to be able to channel this energy into a creative passion. And it's not only a creative passion for me, it's one that feels very purpose driven. And so that's been running since 2018. In 2020, my current members were like, what's next, Jill? So we launched the Year of Expansion, which wasn't called that at the time. It's just been renamed and rebranded. But the Year of Expansion is uh, a course where we dive into yoga philosophy like deep, and we start to use that as a tool to examine our own beliefs, patterns, break out of them so that the really good ones we're nurturing and fostering, and the ones that don't serve us so well, we're thanking and releasing, even if we need to thank and release them over and over again. Um, Alana is currently in that version of that, and we meet once a week. So the Year of Expansion is a course where you have to come with your reflection on a really deep philosophical question every week and share with a tight container of it's a private, safe collection of women, and you sign up for like a full year, and the container stays pretty safe and sealed that whole time. And that's what's led us to this year of purpose. And I've been dabbling here for a while, helping people like Rose Reeder get her course off the road. So I know some of you know Rosie. And yeah, like I watched Rosie try and incubate her course for a long time. And we kept saying, like, sweetheart, this baby's overdue. And like an overdue baby can kill the mom if it doesn't come out, this baby was going to kill Rosie if it didn't come out. So I had the privilege of helping her birth her course, and it is beautiful. Um, I helped other women, and in one of the emails I sent, I kind of gave you some examples and people to go look at and check out. But what was missing for me in those offerings is that these women would say, what about tech? Tell me about MailChimp. How do I use this piece of software? And although I'd sort of self-learned those things, that really wasn't where I was interested in supporting them. So I became Rosie's VA and helped her do all her MailChimp and Zoom recordings, uploading to everything. And I was like, I can do it, but I don't like it. And it made me really scared of launching the Year of Purpose because I was like, I don't want to become other people's VA. Dun, 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 dun. Mandy comes in, and that just makes everything feel so great because Mandy gets to work in her zone of genius. I get to stay in my zone of genius, and you guys get the collective genius. So that is where this year of Dharma started for me, and bringing Mandy in probably at least a year ago. We've been talking about this. So for you, where you're at right now, there's something stirring inside of you. And there's something that wants a sustainable way to live in this world. And you have possibly questions around, I don't know how to bring it in and let it be sustainable or give it a platform. Um, And there's potentially pieces of it like me where it's like I'm really interested in this over here, but there's some stuff on this other side that's scary. And what I find is that every time we hit a little block, and a lot of times for me in my growing my business, those blocks have been technological. That the leap into the software feels hard to do. So even though the vision inside of me can be clear, that little tip into reality and using a specific piece of software to help me kind of share that piece, yeah, that becomes a block. And sometimes it's the tiniest little thing. And if you just sort of like remove the sliver, everything can start to flow again. And that's where I think a tech expert really helps soul-filled solopreneurs, wellnesspreneurs, everything like that. Just to have someone who can help you understand, simplify, and move past those blocks. Um,
Yeah, and Jill, I will just say, like my part of this is like I'll take kind of what Jill's incredible visions and insights and all of that, everything that you unlock with Jill and help you actually build it. And so it's like you see it the whole way kind of through, which is nice.
Keep talking, Mandy. So share sort of what we're talking about on this course is on a more holistic way.
Yeah, so I think like my piece of things, I guess, is once you kind of flesh out with Jill, unlock all that stuff, then I kind of come in and I help you with, you know, your landing pages and your funnels and your email lists and the marketing and so it's kind of just bringing it forward and sharing it with the world. And so that's kind of my area of expertise and like I said, that's kind of what I help clients with now. So it's kind of about merging your vision with the execution of it, I guess. And so yeah, Jill will tap into kind of your purpose and then, like I said, I'll help you get it out into the world with systems and strategy and design and all the stuff that will make it work.
Mhm. Yeah. And so we've designed it to be a 12 module course. And in one of the emails I had outlined that we'll send details to anyone who wants more information. But these 12 modules are designed sort of the first few are for you to get real handle on you. What's brewing in there? Who are you? Who are you becoming? What's wanting to come through you? And we really have to tap into that. And this is where we need you to be really connected to that intuitive piece because we're working on a whole new level here. We're not working on your brain and like goals and plans and things like that yet. We have to first get into what's in there stirring around. There's a couple thoughts I have around that. When I was doing yoga teacher training, we discovered really quickly that the type of yoga everyone was teaching, whether it was like Hot 26 or meditation or yin or sister circles like Kelly Day, whatever it is that they had to offer was also their own medicine. So I want you to know there is a belief in here in this human spirit system that we're brought to earth for a reason, and that reason, that purpose is important. And when we bring that forth, it is our medicine. It saves us. But if we press it down and we avoid it and we don't connect with it, it can be our downfall. Ayurveda has a very clear outline of causes of disease. The main cause of disease in Ayurveda is crimes against your own wisdom. So it's like that crime against, think of it as your Dharma. It's like there's this wisdom in there, there's this knowledge, there's an idea, there's a creative thing, and it's just in there stirring around. And if we don't allow it to come forth, it starts to be agitated and mad at us, and it is a creator of disease. And I feel like we see this more and more in our world right now. Like we look around and people are going to the doctor for different symptoms, and the doctor's like, I don't know, like you're, well, come back if it gets worse, sort of thing. Or even the rise of autoimmune issues and how many times those autoimmune issues, there's no test for them. Autoimmune issues are just symptoms grouped together, and we'll conveniently call them a name because we don't know what else to do with them. So, and women tend to have 80% of the autoimmune issues that happen out there. So I firmly, I don't know if I can even say that loud enough, firmly believe that this idea of bringing your Dharma forward isn't like some lark. It's a necessary piece of your healthcare, of your well-being, of your purpose here on earth. And it doesn't have to be a course. It doesn't have to be a 12 module online offering. And maybe that's what we discover. Maybe we discover that what is yours to give is something different. And I want you to know that that's also important for you to know that you don't have to come here knowing that it is a 12 module online course. It could be, a monthly offering in the yurt. It could be one-on-one sessions. It could be, I don't know. We don't have to label what it could be because we don't know. We don't have any clue what it could be. But you are entering into agreement to be in conversation with it, to be in connection with it, and to set an intention to bring it to fruition, however it is you're guided to. Mandy?
Yeah, I'll just reiterate, like you don't have to have it all figured out before you know what I mean? Like that's what this space is for, is just to bring that forth with Jill and then implement it so that you're not stuck in, oh well, I'll get it out someday kind of thing. And so yeah, the figuring it out comes within the program. So
Yeah, it's absolutely an incubation station. Yeah, thank
totally.
you for that.
Yeah.
So I have one other little piece, and it might fit for some of you and it might not. And this piece is that I have a platform and I want to share it. And my Sister Science site, I see it as more than just Jill Novak's place to offer her courses. I see it as a place that offers visions and important holistic work that is coming from otherwise women. And I know, Alana, can I use you as an example right now? I know Alana, I know her work. We've been friends forever, working together for the last few. And um, I feel like the course she has brewing in her, we both know what it is. And if at any point Alana wants to host that course on Sister Science, When you go to Sister Science and you go to offerings, there'll just be a drop down and there's the bar that is Alana's. And sometimes this is good if you're someone who, you haven't quite got the branding and the marketing and all that kind of stuff. And it's just simple for you to create something on an existing platform. And sometimes it might be dual. You've got all this over here already built and it needs to be in both places. But I think the other thing that happens when we dive into this sister science ideal is that we are not meant to work solo. We're not ladder climbers. The feminine way of working isn't where we're all these like little solo uh, statues just sort of like climbing our own way all by ourselves. We are meant to work collectively. We are meant to work harmoniously. We are meant to lift each other up. And there's an opportunity, should we all decide that your offer and Sister Science actually have the same vision and values, that if something's coming up through you and you just need a place to put it, that Sister Science can be that host and that hub as well. And Mandy, maybe speak again to that piece of expertise that you bring that understands my hub.
Yeah, and I think it would be nice to bring it all together so that you have that like overall marketing, like everything kind of in that same spot. You can share all different kinds of things. It becomes this community for people to go to. So bringing in like there's not the tech aspect that you'll have to worry about so much as we'll build it on if you choose to go on that community and build it that way, then we can just everything will be there and done and maintained and stuff like that too. So you don't have as much to worry about on your end too. You can just kind of sit in your whatever that is, like teaching or whatever. So that you don't have to think about the tech and marketing and that kind of side of things.
Mhm. Yeah. So there's two tiers that we see in this program, and one of them needs more of Mandy than the other. So everyone who enters into the program sort of gets like all the things that I'm gonna help extract from you. And then one of the tiers then sort of like you get a little bit more of a do-it-yourselfer where you'll have access to Mandy's kind of wisdom and the templates that she'll share and things like that, but you might be off in that software, sort of doing it yourself, building it on your own. So it's less of an investment to pick that option, but there's also, you're going to be playing in the software. You're going to be playing in the learning of the tech side more. And then the other option is more expensive, more of an investment, but it's definitely a sort of done for you model where at the end of it, we know that we can give you like the sales pay. Mandy, you talk now. You talk because you are the difference between you're the tier one.
Yeah. So everything that you essentially need to share it, like your sales page and any checkouts, kind of the um, the marketing pieces of it, any sort of automations or, like all of the tech things that need to make it work and for someone to purchase and then carry on and get the right emails and all of that flow is kind of what I help you set up. So and that can be whether you're choosing to go on Jill's platform or if it's another platform that you already have or that you're interested in. So it's kind of flexible in that way, but we kind of make sure that everything is laid out exactly. We'll go through kind of the experience that you want your potential like people that are joining the program or offering that you have. So we'll go through the flow of what you want them to experience, and then we'll build that out together.
Mhm. You don't necessarily need to even know the answer to that question yet. I mean, if you're someone who's like, I have a purpose, I don't know what it is, maybe you don't even know if you need Mandy's top tier, or maybe it's clearly obvious that you want nothing to do with creating it, and that makes you know that you want Mandy's top tier. Um, yeah. But that's sort of the two ways that you're going to be able to participate. It starts in September, so we couldn't quite pull ourselves together to get it organized to start this spring, and it feels like we don't want to be working in June and July. It's too nice here. So we're going to start in September, go for 12 weeks. Right now we have it booked as a Monday morning call for 2 hours, and then a Q&A call later on in the week. And then we're going to follow up in that next 2026 season, because launching is scary and we don't want to just sort of tip you out into the world and say, fly, little bird, fly. We want to be able to continue to support and nurture you through that, because that's possibly the most fearful time of it all, is once you release it to the world and then you're waiting. So then we're going to create the mastermind community of the people who are in the course to meet regularly over the next 6 months to continue to advocate, support, market, and flush out your pilot course. Yeah. Um, Let me just check. I guess for you, what I want you to be thinking of right now is that, is this the step you need now? This step is for you if that calling is really loud and you have capacity. You might need to start at the year of you, or maybe get involved in the year of you for this summer so that by the time you hit fall, your capacity is ready to be able to do this, because that burnt out, overwhelmed, all over the place version of you, we don't need to put one more thing on her plate. We need you, we need that ojas, is the way Ayurveda would say it. We want you to feel like you have ojas to start. So you're just checking in with yourself if you have that capacity to begin something this big. Sometimes you already have an offering, but you are ready to refine it and scale it. And I know, Alana, that's where you're at. You are, like both of us can picture it step by step, the same way it was when I worked with Rosie. It was like detailed, but it was ready. It was ready to scale and refine. And of course, this course is for you if you need that accountability, you want the community, you're not interested in sort of building this little solo office where you stay in, working all by yourself all day, every day, without that outside support and structure and soul, community, and uplifting support. Yeah. I think that's all I need to tell you.
I was just
Um,
going to add too, and either way you choose, whether it's the one that's more involved with me, kind of done with you, or being part of the community and getting all the tools, like you'll leave with real tools and like the confidence to share it, regardless of which way you choose. So.
yeah, absolutely. Like everyone's going to get all the stuff that I have. And Mandy, even at our base offer, Mandy's coming in with a lot of good templates and like direction, structure, software solutions, all these sorts of things is where we're bringing in her launch and marketing strategies. So it doesn't matter what tier you pick for that. We do want to tell you today that if you sign up for this year of purpose and give us a deposit, then you actually save $500 off either tier. The base level tier is $3,500. The top level tier is $7,500. And we just want to get a sense from people what they need. So anyone who signs up before June 1st gets an automatic $500 off. We also need to do that because Mandy can only take on so many big projects at once. So we know that there's a limited spot of top tier spots available. Neither one of us can vision that we can't accommodate more people at the base level part of the program, but for sure at that top level, it's limited. Did we say 5 or did we say 7? You 5. Okay, 5. 5 spots available. Anything else that you have on your notes that we have to mention, Mandy?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything. And Jill kind of talked through like some of the, let me just go back up here. So some of the stuff, like she said, we'll kind of explore, you'll explore with her kind of what that calling is and all of that stuff. And then as you get further into the program, then you'll start aligning that with how we're going to deliver it, the container that you'll deliver it in, how you're going to share it, like all of that different stuff. So we kind of go through everything that you'll need in order to deliver it successfully. So, and then we'll get into like more technical things. People are always scared of the tech, but it's not so bad. The tech side of things, and then just social media and just using things to leverage it, and branding your offer if you need it, and all that kind of stuff. So we kind of go through a range of everything that will open up different things for you that you're like, oh, I should include that or I shouldn't include that. So it's really comprehensive for sure.
Mhm. We'll definitely share those 12 modules with you if you haven't already seen them in the emails that came out. Uh, thank you. I just want to open it up now to any questions that you might have or any um, thoughts of your own little stirring. Please ask us because these questions are going to help us figure out our frequently asked questions and what we really need to know the answers to. Okay, then this is what I would like to say. We will send you an email, and this email will have a very comprehensive invitation for you. There's two sort of ways you can go right off the bat. One is just to press sign up, and there will be an option to just leave a deposit and get the access to the um, discount. The other one would be to speak to either Mandy or me. If you'd like to book a call with either one of us just to get clarity, if it's with Mandy, then you're just really needing to chat around what are your tech needs that you can envision and what would you get out of that bonus part of the program or even what's in the base part of the program that you need. And otherwise, you can book a call with me, which is 45 minutes. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out where you fit and if you get to sort of bypass that year of you. Because I will say, I'm going to be pretty protective about this year of purpose group and like no shit shows allowed. So, right, you got to have a little bit of capacity, a little bit of ojas in order to be able to get yourself in here. So, now what I'm going to do is to say thank you. And I'm going to stop recording.